guys have got their...
No argy-bargy.
Second semi-final RDFNL Division 1, the seniors, sponsored by the Bendigo Bank. About to get proceedings underway, Matt. Here it goes. The first throw up. It's a good one too. Rux didn't do anything. Went to the ground, but Riddell have broken away with it. Brought it down to the half-forward flank. That's Alchemades got it out. That's Vianney. Vianney's a good player for the Magpies, and he's got it up to centre half back. And that's 20. That's Williamson. B. Williamson, by the way. Out to the other side of the ground, or the inner side of the ground, that is. That's the western side. And very smart work by that Riddell player. Was he grabbed around the neck? Yes, he was. The umpire said.
No.
First free kick of the match.
No,
throw it in, he said.
No, it was a throw-in. Yep, it was all on the outside. That was Williamson to Williamson there as the ball comes spinning back in there from the boundary, right in front of the interchange of both teams. It's Riddell, though, who get the ball off the ground quickly with running players, going down into their attacking for the first time. Strong overhead mark there by Baker, playing a defensive line there for Wallan. That was excellent. Now he's taking time to look for someone, pushes back out wide to that same wing, finding a lead but can't find the mark, hits the ground there and bodies dive on top. It's getting flicked out a little easier this way here, and now's a chance of Wallan to move forward if they can. It's a quick kick, middle of ground, but it's only Riddell players here. Oh, that was Williamson again, but he got brought down by... Well, it wasn't a coat hanger across it was across the chest, so it was legal, but that was a wake-up call, wasn't it?
Well, that's a pretty tough one, and he'd be feeling that for the bulk of the game, I'd reckon. That's Brock got the ball away, hit it with his right hand, but the Bombers have got it again, and they've kicked it out on the outer wing, and it's a mark, and perhaps a little push in the back as well. 37, I think, was that? No, not
34,
37.
Hamilton.
And kicked into the forward line now, the scoring zone, but a back up by the ruckman. That's Baker again. That's 2 marks he's taken in the space of a minute or two.
Playing a definitive role on the back line there. He's our Bendigo Bank saver of the day right now. He's got across the goals, but not too deep. This time he gets out to Shraven, who has trouble controlling the ball. Steps around the player. He's very quickly off the ground in a way there. Finds number 5 there in Bonello. He goes back across the ground, looking for tall timber. Can't find it. Hits the ground. Here's a chance of Vianney. Off the ground, smart football as he punches it out towards the wing there. Off the ground again towards the forward flank. Out come the forwards and defenders. No one can control it. And by that cheer, folks, we have our first goal on the board. Excellent. That was there by Vianney with 2 kicks off, which is probably the reason why they kept the momentum forward line.
That's a 50-metre goal, by the way, and it's gone a very long way and bounced through. Nobody on the goal line, so no Bendigo Bank save there.
No, just looking there too, 20, I'm trying to make out who it is, Dave. If you've got to watch the middle of the ground there, I'll see if we can find out who the goal kicker was.
Okay, up it goes, throw up, and a good ruck contest. Riddell took it to the ground. No, but excellent work. That's Boyle. It's got it around onto the half-forward flank and a mark on the back flank. That's 33. That's, no,
that was Morris who got the goal there, David.
Morris kicked the goal. He's the goal kicker for them. He's kicked a few this year, 3rd or 4th on the list, and that's a terrible kick by Riddell and picked out. That's possibly Baker again. I don't know. He's kicked it into the centre of the ground, and that's a nice running mark. And that was Brock that took that, kicked it out, pushed it out onto the centre wing, going up towards the half-forward flank now, and the Magpies in front, a little in the back. The outside, there's no folks, and that's going to be a throw-in on the half-forward goal.
34 there. That's Hamilton. Davies kicks forward, but finds on the opposition. And then they'll come back out on the far side here, finding number 30 there, I think it is, or 20 might be Williamson there on the far side, and then looks like now. Opportunity to come forward in the mark, but the intercept comes across, and that's the kicking there towards the centre wing there. Bang. The ball away with what looks like a
another running hand. The defenders are doing well. No, that's Vianney. 30 metres. Front kicked it up towards the scoring zone over the back of the pack. The Perry is there. Can't get possession of the footy. The defenders have got at the Bombers. Bring it into the half-back flank. And that's another mark on the half-back flank for the Bombers.
On the far side there, Perry frustrated. He was hunting for it but couldn't do it to get hold of it. So they've kept it away from him. Now Riddell comes down that far side there towards the... faster here, but they can't. The ball let go, and the umpire says he'll probably ball it up. I hope that the player actually, that's Vianney there, getting up gingerly.
Didn't like that one. I thought it should have been paid.
Yep. And we'll have a ball up on the centre wing there on the far side. Up they go. No one got that one. It's straight back up in the air. Riddell tried to read it, but they were wrapped up before they could do much.
Around the neck.
And he's pulled out a free kick for around the neck. Quick play on here now. I think that's Williamson there running into it. He goes kicking forward into the attacking 50 for the first time, pushing the back there. And the umpire's seen it. Well played there by Cox. He's got the ball there. That was last line of defence stuff. That was smart football. He held his line, kicks it wide here, right in front of us now. Tries to find a support there from number 17 there in Bonello. Put his head down, trying to get it out, and the umpire said, no, I'll ball this up right here in front of us in our commentary area, David.
There we are, right in front of the commentary box, as Matt said, only about 50 metres from the goal, the Riddell goal. Good throw up too, good ruck contest. No real winner, went to the ground. Out it comes, hand pass, number 2's got it. It's, he's got it and thrown the ball away. It was that play on. That's Mannix. Mannix has got it out round the neck, I would have thought. Pay a free kick here or there, mate. That'd be my advice.
They're unlucky there, Riddell. There was a couple of wild swings, though, that got players. Mannix there jumping around like a jumping jack. Umpire asking the players to calm it down.
So that was Croft that took it pretty hard there. And that's Marty, was it? Got the ball down to the ground. A nice bearded display there. 34's kicked it down right into the goal square, but out the back.
Cox again.
Out the back. Cox, he's doing it right. Cox, he's not a bad player. Out onto the half-back flank. Vianney's out there on his own. Not a soul within 30 metres, but will he get to it in time before it gets to the boundary? Yes, he has. That's a small right foot kick and a lousy one. And it's picked out by the defender with a mark on the chest. Brock standing on the mark, running over the mark. A hand pass brought it away. The Bombers have still got it. Kicked it down towards the centre half forward. Man at the front got it. Nice work. Oh, bit low on the legs, I would have thought. That's Mannix again. Pushed it out. Kick off the ground. Good race for the footy now. It's on. The race is on. 15. That's Horton. Horton has got it. And hand passed it backwards. That's another hand pass. Man's got on the ground. Another hand pass with one hand. I didn't know you could do that. And that's out the back. Can they get possession of the footy? The Magpies have got it. 21, that's Grindlay. Kicked that into the forward pocket. And it's over Perry's shoulders and over the line and out of bounds, Matt.
Two lines of pressure coming here from Wallan. They're full back line there has been immensely strong of holding their line, and their forward line there is putting continual pressure to keep it in their spot. As the ball comes spinning back in here from the boundary line, only person here who hasn't been seeing much of the ball has been Perry, and he's feeling a little dehydrated just by watching. At this point in time, he's parked himself back in the goal area as we watch 18 here. Fowler take the ruck for Wallan up against number 6 there in I think it's Graham there, but it's out. It comes out quickly by Riddell out towards the middle of the ground. They find the mark 34. There. Chance to play on. Didn't see the man behind him and dropping the ball. Wallan taking advantage of that, going wide for Gilchrist. Can't find him. Finds Bonello. Gilchrist has gone wide again. He's off. He goes there. Bonello handballs quickly. He'll get it again, possibly. Nope. Kicked by number 34 there in Davies, looking for tall timber. Can't find lined it over the back.
Bad luck.
And a minor score. So
Nearly a mark there. Bad luck. He did it okay, though, and that nice kick down the ground by Davies.
So that's on the Mitre 10 scoreboard. 1 goal, 1-7 to Wallan. Riddell yet to score.
There it is. A kick out from fullback, only a short one, about 30 metres. Picked out the centre half back, who's now gone to the members' side of the ground. That's where the crowd settle. And 34. He's not a bad player, this guy, Hammerling.
Yep.
He's had the ball a few times. And what's he done now? Yes, they've still got possession of the footy. That's a short kick and a mark.
That's Edwards, I think.
Edwards. Okay, Dr. Edwards. And Steed has got it now. That's 3 times they've handled the ball. Gone to centre half forward. Man in front. Tried hard. Couldn't get the footy. Gone to the ground. That's Cox. Cox has handballed it away. That's Muldoon. Muldoon got it to Brock. Brock has kicked it out to the centre wing and the race is on, Mark. You won't be able to see it, but I'll tell you what's happening. It's kicked it out into the half-back flank. Picked up nicely. Gone around in a circle. The Bombers have still got it, but that's a lousy-looking kick. And it's contested. Punched it out, and it's that's another bad one. Oh, no, it's a good one. There's a guy standing there.
Bonello ran a mile for that. His centering kick is perfect, David.
Brilliant kick. Brilliant kick. Picked the man out about 30 metres from goal, almost directly in front. Kicked it to Perry, and Perry has taken his time and kicked a point. Goodness gracious. Why wouldn't he have taken his time to kick that instead of handing it off to the top goal kicker in the competition?
I have to say to Bonello there, David, he ran from the centre. He fought that against 3 opposition players from Riddell and then went down to get the further mark again. Great signs of that competitive attitude.
Good running. Mistake by Perry, I would have thought. Shouldn't have kicked it himself. Anyway, that's the way it goes. So they got the footy. The Bombers bring it around on the inner side of the ground, the members' side of the ground. That's a mark almost, but it didn't pay to Brock. Brock couldn't get it. That's a free kick holding the man, surely. No, it's a previous free kick. I see what happened there. Previous free kick, so that didn't apply, he said. It's kicked up to the centre half forward spot now. They fly for it. Good contest in the rucks. Hit to the ground. 44's got it.
That's Gilchrist.
Gilchrist has hit it out. Oh, number 11's got it for the Bombers. And couldn't get the footy. Oh, it's a good contest. They gone in the back, I would have thought.
On the top of it, this defensive last line for Wallan is Bendigo Bank-esque in its desperation to hold them out, David. It's really quite impressive for how much they're saving themselves at the moment. It's inside the attacking 50 for Riddell, probably 25 metres out, directly in front. Up goes the ball up, tap back down. No one gets that one. Hands onto it, but they're wrapped up quickly by a tackle. Folks, if you're here, you could see that the players have less than a second to get hold of it. Gilchrist grabbed that, and then they grabbed him. Up they go with the ball up again. Ruckman settle themselves, push off, tap back down. No one's favour. A lot of traffic in the way there. A shot by Riddell over the top, hits the ground, off the ground. There's holding, and there's a free kick to Wallan. The umpire said it was shepherding. And so Wallan breathe again on the last lines of defence, David.
Well, they got robbed with a free kick about 10 seconds before that up the ground, but that's Bonello's got the footy now. Half-back flank, just in front of the commentary box scoreboard. Kicked onto the wing, Matt, I can't see it.
A quick kick there, Crot there, finding Boyle. He centres it there, finding again support, and then Bonello. They're going back across, looking for the fat side of the ground where there's more space.
Schraven.
They have a loose player out on the wing there, but they're choosing the centre approach. The big man there, is that Brock or Cox? I think it might be Brock. No, that's Muldoon there. He got a push.
50 metres.
Oh, he got a push after he marked it.
Goodness gracious, Steve, you don't mind umpire.
It was softer than a butterfly's kiss, and the umpire said, I'm not putting up with that. He's giving him 50, but David, that's 25. That's not 50.
Well, whatever it is, it's too much in my opinion.
And he's kicking for the 50-metre mark.
Muldoon directly in front now, and I'd say that's a very unfortunate thing to happen. He's kicked it high in the air, and that's a good kick too.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Right over the goal umpire's head for a goal, 6 points, and that's a handy score given the state of the game at this point.
2 goals. 2, I think that's correct. I think I have that one. 14 on the Mitre 10 scoreboard to Wallan, and unfortunately, Riddell yet to score. So close on several occasions, but held out by a desperate Wallan defence.
Yes, they're having a bit of struggle in the deep forward line, aren't they, to get possession of the footy?
I think they need to have shots from their 50-metre arc, try and get over that defensive line. But we'll see if they adapt to that one. The ball back in the middle, David, for the next ball up.
It is, and the rucks have been competing pretty well. I've enjoyed the ruck contest today, but that's Marnie in it for the Magpies Vultures. There it is, thrown high in the air. Marnie didn't get to that one. A nice pick-up by the Bombers, put it towards the centre-half forward position. The man with the long hair for the Bombers has gone pretty well after the man instead of the footy, and couldn't do much about that. And the umpire comes in and says, I'm going to throw this up, folks. That's another bounce.
Yep.
Well, in the old days it would have been a bounce, but they're going to throw it up, man.
Yep.
And the ruck's circling here. That's Lynch in the ruck. No, it isn't. It's Marnie. Marnie, oh, that's got it out pretty well. That was Davies. He's not a bad footballer, Davies, is he? He's pretty smart. He kicked it over the back. That's 9. Oh, got beaten by speed. Pace. The Bombers too quick on that half-back line. At that point, he's got it again. Backed up now. Can't get the footy. It's on the ground. They're wrestling for it. And the umpire's coming in, so that's a free kick in the back.
Oh, in the back or over the shoulder. One of the two there, David. But
Yeah,
it's the man going for the ball that's getting the freeze.
A signal set in the back, so I guess that's what it is.
That's
but
Boyle.
It's Boyle. He's kicked it across into the forward pocket, and Perry tried to wait for it to come over the back, but it didn't come over the back. And that's number 2. Brigland has kicked it around for the Bombers onto the half-back flank, and kicked it to a man standing on his own.
That's
and
Williamson.
He's marked it right in front of the interchange box for the Wallan Magpies.
The Riddle now resettled. They haven't got that fast moving. They're forced to go back and potentially kick to a contest. A short pass there, looking for someone, found them. That was accurate and well done there. That's number 8 there in Acclimade. He's back into the game as well. He steps around, kicks long towards their forward flank area. Bodies jump up there. Mark couldn't be held. It was a real strong contest by a lot of tall men, and now they're all peeling on top of each other for a ball up. Pretty much centre wing there, or a slight advantage down the Riddle end as we move into the latter parts of this first quarter, David.
There it is, half-forward flank in front of the bulk of the spectators at the Oval, in front of the members' stand, if you like. That's a good ruck contest. Went back towards the boundary. No, picked up. Bombers come out with it. That's a nice looking kick gone into the half-forward flank. But who's here? There's 2 Wallan boys standing on their own almost. That's a hand pass out. That's Cox has got it now. Cox has brought it onto our side of the ground. That's Gilchrist has gone bang up into the centre wing, and there's Shraven. How could Shraven be 10 metres clear on his own? Took the mark, in fact, and kicked it in towards the half-forward line. That's a mark. Kicked it across the ground. Out of bounds, perhaps. No, it's gone under the ground. They're wrestling for it now on the ground. 2 players, Bombers and Vultures, and they're wrestling it out, but no free kick and no mark and nothing. They're going to contest it again for a throw-up.
Far side of the ground here from us. Over slight advantage inside the attacking area for Wallan. Ball hits the ground from the ball up. It's Riddle who will get out quickly there, looking for players down the ground. Can't control it, but they've got enough flight of foot, but it's actually come out to Wallan now. And 34 there in Davies puts it back inside the middle of the ground. And finally,
Perry,
after a long period away from anything, Perry takes a mark just outside the attacking 50. This would be a long shot at goal. We know he's got a fair kick on him, and he seems by his attitude to have the confidence to go through and try and put it through. So
lucky I've got the sunglasses on with those boots, mate.
Indeed,
the blue boots.
They do shine. And now he's coming in for the shot at goal. Steps around it, kicks it, got a lot of distance, got a lot of accuracy. And folks, that's pretty much why he's the full forward from 50 metres at least. Perry puts the 3rd goal through for the quarter, so that's 3-2-20. Wallan to yet to score Riddle on the Mitre 10 scoreboard, David.
Yes, that's a pretty powerful start by Wallan. I'm impressed with the way they've gone about it, and a couple of their smaller players, like that Shraven is terrific, isn't he? He doesn't seem to even notice that there's a defender near him. He just goes around him, or uses the don't argue, as you call it.
Yep.
I like his style all around, but the defenders have been terrific. The defence setup is first class.
Up in the middle it goes now. The rucks jump there. Probably no one really won that one, but it's Riddle who try and run out with it, but they're tackled quickly there by Morris, whose hug is almost sumo-like, and he wraps up the opposition.
That's Japanese for the folks at
home. It is, and up it goes again. Knocked back down. This chance here for Vianney. Kicks it. Hits the ground, though. Ricocheted off there. There's plenty of Riddle players there to back each other up if they control it. Over the top there, finds number 4. 4 and Taranson. He then kicks it down, handballs to a support, looking for number 8 there in Alcalmade. He can't hold it, and out the back they step through traffic.
Well
and a well done there finds Edwards. He steps around, kicks it to the top of the circle. Can't find anyone there too. 1 on 2 there. Cox there chasing down Sandingham, who gets the ball but gets slinked off it as he was trying to get it, and it's Edwards there again, and now the defence comes out for Wallan yet again in that last line, and about to Vianney, and now they run it out of that back line. The kicks are waywardly messy, and it can't be controlled, or they dive on top, and it looks like it'll get locked up there. And it'll be a ball up. No, a throw-in on that far side. So yet again, Wallan comes out of that last line of defence with that strength of confidence, David.
Yes, that's true. The defence is standing up pretty well. Songren, I thought, did all right for the Bombers down there in the almost in the forward pocket, but didn't get the ball away. There's running, good running. It's Akamedi, is it? No, oh, that's excellent play. But who's there? A defender again, Mannix. The doctor has got it and kicked it into the centre half-back position. They got possession of the footy. The Vultures kicked it up towards the half-forward line, put his hands out to try and mark it. 53, that's Innes. He's in this week. He wasn't there last week. The ball's gone to the ground. He's hanging on to it. Might be a bit lucky. Pushed it out in the end.
In danger.
No free kick given. Ball's gone to the ground, and the umpires come in to take possession of this, Sharon, and get it underway again. Number 7 did good work there.
Yep. So right here in the right at the wing on the far side here, the ball goes up go the ruck, punch there, win to Riddell, great knockdown there, finding support players, 1-on-1 for everyone, punch there away, and it's number 1 there in Songham, who's a long way from home.
Sure.
He's outside of the 50, he's looking to centre the ball, he does, it's hospital-like, up it goes, bang, punches away, but the numbers are really Riddell favoured here. Number 12 here in Duane, he then kicks it across the face, tries to find Edwards, but it hits the mud, as does Edwards.
Beautiful.
He handballs it off beautifully, and it's shot a goal finally for Riddell. And as you can hear by the cheers, it was successful. That was Horton, I think, there.
No, I might have it wrong.
But looking, we'll watch to see him come through there. Number 15, no, I think you're right, David, that was Horton. So,
well, what a beautiful piece of work that was. A nice hand pass and a beautiful pick-up out of the mud before that, by the way. And lovely work. I liked it.
Edwards down and under work there enabled him to get down in that mud and flick it out quickly to the running Horton coming past. So 3-2-20 to 1 goal 6 on the Mitre 10 scoreboard.
Mitre 10, Father's Day coming up, best reward system in the Commonwealth, so give them a try.
Wallan ahead by 14 points, David.
Well, the umpire is signalling something here and waving. What's he doing? Too many players?
Nope.
No? What is it?
Bit of time on for a second there, waiting for his boundary to come into place.
Oh, I see.
Up it goes.
There it goes. Amani got the footy, kicked it left foot, down into the half-forward line, and that's a mark, I'd say, to the Bombers. They got possession of the footy now, and what will he do with it? Because it's an important kick. It's getting towards that stage, and that's number 4. That's a good mark.
Tarkson?
Yeah, well, he's a good player. He's had the ball a few times, and that's a nice
how
kick.
comes the doctor?
Chingas. He copped that. That's number 5, Steed. Steed has kicked it across into the centre half-forward position. This might be a scoring opportunity. He's waved him, kicking it over here to the half-forward flank. Cox is getting ready. Nelly a mark. Good effort too. Number 8, Alcamedi again. He's all right, Alcamedi. And he's had a fair dinkum go at it from about 40 metres, and it's gone through for 1 point only. But good play by Alcamedi, and that's a comeback by Riddell. They've done all right this last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, they've rescued back some of the scoreline they desperately need there. 3-2-20 Wallan, 1-1-7, 13-point lead on the Mitre 10 scoreboard to Wallan. They come out of defence with a big kick now outside the 50, 1-on-1 at the back there. Hands can't be held, but it was dropped eventually, but it's Riddell to get hold of it. Edwards coming onto it, but he can't control it. In the back there a little bit, but let go over the top. Back. And the umpires let it go because the ball came in kind of from the side. And we'll have a ball up just outside the attacking 50, right here in front of us. Number 16, Brock there, going up against the big man from Riddell. Up goes the throw. They push. Riddell wins that one. Taps it towards inside the 50. Edwards there. Gets a high tackle. He has been down and under all today.
That's Edwards.
Edwards, he has been an absolute go-getter. So now he's got a chance to centre the ball. He's outside the 50. It's a short pass. Leading player. Can't hold it. It goes out the back there. Picked up there by support players. Can't be held there as Hamilton. And it got brought down there for a possible throwing the ball. But the umpire says, no, I'll ball it up. Hamilton got absolutely slammed then.
He did.
But
the ground ground is hard where he went down.
Yeah, up it goes there. The ruck jumps. One out there by Wallan. Out the back there, picked up by Boyle. He'll go wide. 1 on to 3. Can't get hold of it.
Pushed
and it's
him out.
Riddle that has it wide. If the boundary gets this, it'll be what Wallan need. Oh, great interception there by Wallan. 1 on to 3. Forces the ball out of bounds and draws all his supported players back up. That was Grinley, who was just made his presence felt there. That's a real strategic win now. Was he get a ball in here on the far side? Players at the wing. No one real advantage there. In it comes. Great throw by the boundary. Ruckman. Probably a win there to Wallan. Couldn't control it. Slams into each other. The ball fishes itself out. And it's Riddle now going forward into the attacking 50. The doctor's there. He punches it away. Cox is out the back. Running onto it there. Supported players. But just before there was any chance, there goes the siren, folks. And the end of the first quarter. The Mitre 10 scoreboard 3-2-20.
I think Brock is in fact really playing as a second forward down here.
I thought that taking away from it, they've only got one pocket down there. They've drawn their pocket right out. I mean, the forwards are very deep, Dave, as we kick off this second quarter for Bendigo Bank.
There it is. Bendigo Bank second quarter. Good ruck contest. As Matt pointed out, Riddle got the hog out at that time. Gone to the ground. Oh, lovely turn. Good piece of work. Can they get the footy out for this time? No, they can't. They've handballed it direct to the vulture. Shraven ran over the top of it for Wallan. And a kick off the grounds. Come towards the half-forward flank. Good race for the footy. Missed it all together, Morris. But they kicked off the ground and pushed out to him. The umpire says, not likely. Kick it back because Riddle have got a free kick here on the half-back flank. Where is the man with the footy, mate? I can't even find him.
Morris thought it was an advantage and he kicked the ball for a shot at goal. Because of that, though, he's given himself away of 50. So his opposing number 20, Williamson, B. Williamson, makes his way with a fair 50 there to the middle of the ground now, and he'll go into attack for the first time today. Big booming kick inside the attacking 50. Up go the big men, they fly. No one can hold it. Out it comes now. The smaller players trying to get control of it. Hard to. Shot at goal over the shoulder. And that's Riddle. Riddle there with the first of the quarter. Trying to find out who that was there. That looked like number 12 there.
Dewan, I think, yes.
No, that's Duai, who's got that one there, which is he's a portly fella, one of those guys you don't expect to be a dominant forward, but he uses his body shape well, and he controlled and fended those off to snap over the shoulder, right through the middle. No one on that defensive line, and suddenly the deficit has been reduced now back to 7 points. Sorry.
Mark, I'd get in touch with our solicitor if I were you. Remnants and Portly, it's not going that well at this point, is it?
They both played for Fitzroy. Up it goes in the middle, tap down, out the back there by Riddle, dominating the middle now. Kick off the ground, unsuccessful as they run onto it, trying to get control of it. That's Vianney. He's really fighting for it. That's number 13 there, and the other Williamson. He can't control it. Out the back it goes. Linlay's in there. He turns with it. Handballs off beautifully. Short, sharp pass to Perry. Bang on the chest and holds it.
What a beautiful lead and a beautiful kick.
That was clean, precise, surgical football there, folks, from the Wallan Magpies as they brought the ball out of the middle and now give what looks like Matt Perry a chance for his second. He's asking for players to step back. He likes a comfort zone as he starts to kick from what will probably be the 40-metre arc.
He's saying, don't look at me while I'm kicking.
Yes. He's like a cat with his dinner. Don't look at me. Kick. It's high. He's got the distance. The accuracy, though, drifts across his body, and it gives... No, I'll take correct. He's got it, folks. It's through. So, wow, from our angle here, the umpire danced his way to the right, only to give it a goal, and that deficit of 13 points has been restored on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 4-2-26, 2-1-13, David.
You've got to give him credit. He's a beautiful kick, isn't he? A magnificent technique he's got for kicking the footy. And what a beautiful lead. First out, up the front, and then a beautiful kick. Hit him on the chest of Peter McKenna.
He didn't need to raise his hands. It just went straight into his breadbasket.
It did indeed. Back in the centre of the ground. Another ruck throw up. What's going to happen this time? Oh, no, there's Marnie got it away. Hand pass over the top. Went towards... what's his name? Raven, but couldn't get the footy. It's now over in the forward pocket. A nice hand pass out the front for that number 34 for Riddle. He does a few things, but he also does a few that aren't right. He missed the footy that time. Kicked now over the shoulder, and that's a goal, I think, is it?
Yeah, it is indeed. So that's it's turning into a bit of a baseline battle here. That's number 14 there in Berry, I believe, who lined up without too much pressure running on and got that one straight through the middle. So, again, we're back to a 7-point lead here on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 4-2-26, Wallan. 3-1-19 for Riddle. Back to 7 points.
That was a good goal, by the way. That wasn't a fluke goal. It was an excellent play.
Yep.
And deserving of a goal. Berry, I like it. And I wonder if he's related to the Brisbane Berry. They're doing all right.
Either way, that goal was very nice.
Very nice. Okay, I'll give you that. Up in the centre. Ruck thrower. No, nobody won anything but hand. Oh, lovely left foot kick out of the centre. Out towards the half-forward flank, out the front for a hand pass. The Bombers are trying hard to get possession of the footy, but they're pretty tough on the back line, Wallan. They've still got the footy. That's Bonello. Brought it around into the half-forward flank, perhaps. So that's Shraven. Kicked into the middle, and that's Brock. A hand pass away. They've got the footy. That's Lally, I think, is it? He's kicked it towards the goal. What's going to happen? It's touched through. Touch through, that's Lally.
That was Lately trying to get that one through. Well called there, David. It was a great Bendigo Bank save on the line there from number 16 there too, who's not on my list of numbers.
No, he's not.
No, so we've got a mystery player there, David. I'll keep my eye on him.
Williamson's kicked it to the other side of the ground, mate. And what about speed for this? He's broken the world speed record for heading out in front. The man leading out put his hands on the footy but couldn't mark it. Ball kicked over the top now, coming in towards the goal. Will it make it to the distance? No, it won't. And it's through for 1 point only. And the Bombers have got another point on the board.
So we go again back to that 7-point deficit there. 4-3-27 for Wallan as they come out of defence. Over the top it goes towards the boundary. Shraven there to try and pick it up, but no one can get it. So 4-3-27 to 3-2-20 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 7-point lead to Wallan. We're in that neutral space now on the wing here on the far side of the ground, looking to bring it back in. The umpire steps in, spins the ball. It goes short. The umpire lets it go out the back there. It's Riddle who reads it better, but over the shoulder. They've let play on. Advantage given. 2-on-1 in favour of Riddle. Can't hold it. No, he does hold it. Great mark there. And now he'll line up for a shot. That's number 15. That's Horton, their goal scorer beforehand. But I doubt he has the confidence, although now he's turned his back. Oh, that's the sign
He thinks he can do it.
He thinks he can do it. He'll be kicking from 55. His short passes goes wide. Probably gains about 20 metres, but it's a much tighter kick here. And it's trying to be picked up by who? I'm just trying to work out who that is there.
He's still about 50 metres from goal.
Yeah, I think number 17, possibly Croft, lining up for a shot.
Tough kick, and he's taking his time, going back a long distance too, as
Croft.
they do these days. And what's his name?
Croft.
Okay, that's a nice looking kick. It's gone a long way, but nowhere near a goal.
Minor score there.
And the umpire has said that's a point. But there's an avalanche of scoring going on now.
There is. It's the game's opened up in a sense here. 4-3-27 to 3-3-21. A 1-goal lead here for Wallan. They've dropped that ascendancy they had at one stage there by up to 18 points. Now a chance for them to come out of defence. They're looking for a target. Choosing to go the scenic route wide.
Geez, that's
a
good
big kick. My goodness, that's a monster.
And that's
that
mark.
finds Fowler on the far side there, I think. Looking across the ground to find someone to target. He kicks short, finds a running player in the middle who stops and starts. Again, short kick again, finding 16 there in Brock there in the middle of the ground. He's looking for Vianney. He kicks long, finds him. Vianney with more time than he can spare. Pass there to Perry. Bang, holds it. This is a concern for Riddle. That was almost coast to coast without any contact from Riddle.
A new opponent, by the way. They've changed the man on him.
Yep.
That's 22's on him now.
So it looks like Reardon, who's then covering him there. So
taking the ghost away, and that was because he couldn't keep up with the leading. And he did it again to this guy.
He did indeed. So Perry trying to line up for his third here. He's a focus and approach. He looks around a fair bit, spins the ball in his hands, starts to walk up slowly with these teal boots. Kicks. It's lower, but it looks straight, and he knows it. And now his team does. Perry very much keeping a sense of ascendancy here for Wallan as they move out to 5-3-33 to 3-3-21, a 12-point lead on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, David.
I think he's had a haircut through the week, which has helped a bit. No, perhaps one haircut wouldn't do anything. How many hairs has he got?
He's got plenty there too. They're bristling underneath the skin levels.
That's a place in Germany, isn't it?
It is.
Well, what he's demonstrating is how you play full forward.
He is
That's
indeed.
what he's doing.
But that delivery to him has been excellent. Back in the middle there, David.
It is, and the ruck contest, high leap, gone to the ground. Ball come out. They try to get rid of it. And on the ground again, hard tackling up there, isn't it? It's no room for the wicket or the weak. And the ball's messled out now. They've still got possession of the footy. The Bombers have kicked it to a leading player.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice work. And kicked back into the goal now. And there's a man standing on his own. Did he get the mark? No.
Doesn't matter. That's Horton.
Came to the ground after a contest by the ruckman, and he's run into an open goal, and he's booted it through easily. And he's not a bad player, that fellow.
Hamilton, or Thor as I call him, picked up there a very valuable goal for Riddle.
So it is a very valuable goal and a clever play because he was outpointed in the marking contest.
Yeah, he had his opposition with his back to the ball. So really, there was little chance there of him stopping that.
Yeah, that's right. But you've got to keep your wits about you to do that sort of stuff.
You do indeed.
Just keeping your brain going. So there we go. We're back in the centre again. What a good game this is, Matt.
It's a high-scoring one. It's very open. Up it goes. The ruckman, they jump. A win there to Wallan, but better read by Riddle. He ricochets around, dodging around here. Free kick for holding the man. So Riddle will get a chance now with number 17, who hands it off to number 4 there in Tarkson. He then kicks deep inside the attacking 50. There's a lead with no one on him, gone out wide there. That's there as number 1. That's Sonnington. He's got some speed to him. He's then dropped the ball. And a great tackle there. So Wallan now get a chance to come out of defence.
Oh, look what he's done.
Kicking
he's
across the
right
goal,
found
a man by himself in the square. They've dropped themselves 15 to 20 metres. A short, sharp pass. Shocker. Pressure placed upon him.
Terrible.
Dropping the ball potentially. And a free kick for Riddle right in front here as the kick coming out of that full-back position was poor. Placed enormous pressure on number 20 there, Morris, I believe.
That is a terrible mistake because they've brought the ball back into the goal square, and then the defensive kick out of the goal square set them up for losing possession of the footy.
And that's Akamade lining up for a shot here, David.
He handles the ball a bit, this guy. I'm rather impressed with him, by the way.
He gets around the ground a lot. He comes in with a little bit of dance step there, kick over the top there. The umpire likes it. And, folks, we're back to parity. So 5-3-33. Wallan, 5-3-33.
That's the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
On the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, yep.
Well, what a tight go, and Riddle will be pleased with themselves in this quarter up to date. They're playing better, and their structure on the forward line has improved.
Fight back here, to say the least now, with scores equal. This is the next score here, potentially, as this quarter starts to get into its last few minutes or so, is going to take the pride of being in front at half-time. An immensely important ball up here in the middle.
Well, there we are, the ruck contest. Nobody's actually getting a terrific win out of it, but it's a good, solid contest there. But it went to Riddle that time. That's 34.
Hammer again.
That's him again. Yes, you're right. That's him again. And that's a nice little kick. It's
and
a
that's
mark,
the hammer again.
Oh, what a lovely piece of play. He's run about 400 metres, and he's only now about 35, 40 metres out from goal, perhaps less, and no angle to speak of. Can he kick it this way? He's not a big man. One wonders about the distance, but he looks like he's going to have a fair dinkum go.
He's confident.
Coming up, Matt.
He's confident, running into it now. A bit of a skip again. 2 skips, and a kick goes up. It goes left.
Oh, never a doubt.
Never a doubt. And straight through the middle, Riddle take the lead. So for the first time today, the floodgates certainly for Riddle in this quarter have opened up. 5-3-33 Wallan, 6-3-39 Riddle on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Here come the Bombers.
Something to think about for the Vultures, the Magpies.
Yep.
Because they've been outplayed the last 5 or 6 minutes and good scoring opportunities.
How do they stop the rot? They need to get hold of the ball and get possession. They've lost it and not controlled it that much. Back in the middle now. They'll look to ball it up here and see if the Rucks can take control. Up it goes. Rucks come in, jump. For win there to Wallan there, and a tackle without the ball. Now Wallan have possession with Morris going to get his own ball there that's free and then run back. No, it's not Morris, it's someone else there in the middle there will have that one. And they'll that could be Mannix. Look to bring the ball, going wide. No, changed his mind. Play on, they say. He steps around. That's 34 is Davis. He handballs it off. Chance to go wide. Can't find anyone. Only finds a Riddle player in number 5. That's Steed, who stands his ground, kicks long, looking for support. Bang, finds it with a mark deep down in that forward flank area there. That's number 4 there in Tarkson. He kicks over the top, looking for a player inside the attacking 50. Looks like Sonningham can't control it. It hits the ground, gets wrapped up, and we'll have a ball up just inside the attacking 50.
That's a scrimmage, half forward flank, about 50 metres from goal.
Yep.
Scoring into the ground for Riddle.
Up it goes there. Tap back down, no one in favour, but it goes inwards, which is handy. Quick kick by Riddle outwards, falling down the ground, can't find anyone. Smaller men there now bring that out for Wallan, out towards the back flank area. And a strong mark by Muldoon gives them a chance to get a bit of breath and air from that stress and pressure of an attacking Riddle.
They've lost a bit of mental aggression, haven't they, in kicking and disposing of the footy, but that one's all right. It's gone further across to the wing. They've got possession of the footy on the wing now, but he's looking nowhere towards the scoring zone. Does he intend to kick it there now? It's a short kick. Perhaps didn't go far enough. Shraven's got it, and he doesn't really know what to do at that point. Ended up kicking it about 50 metres. Not a bad effort to mark, but ball gone towards the boundary line. Hand passed backwards. The defenders have got possession of the footy for the Bombers. The Bombers have done it, and he won't get to it in time. There's 28's got it. Miller is in centre half back position. Nobody's standing on the mark now for over the. Oh goodness, that's terrible. Because what's happened there, folks, is there was nobody standing on the mark, and the man from behind the mark's run up to stand on the mark, and the umpire's pinged him 50 metres. That was Makatich.
It's not a 50 either. That's a lucky if that's a 35. Miller then kicks down towards the forward flank, looking for support players. They're running towards the boundary to try and get to it, but the only winner here is the boundary line, and so we'll have a throw in on that far side forward flank there for Riddle.
Make a note, Mark, would you? I want to go down to Mitre 10 this week and get a electronic distance measure for Matt.
Yep.
35 metres, 50 metres, 25. It's hard to follow, isn't it?
In it comes now. Riddle get the knockdown, but they can't find the player to lead it to. It gets pushed towards the boundary, and the tackles are intense. They've wrapped it up, and they're going to have, I think, a ball up pretty close to the boundary line there. Nope, it's going to the boundary umpire. He'll bring it back in. With the seconds ticking on this quarter, it looks like Riddle will go in with a lead at half-time. The boundary
it's half forward flank for Riddle, and gee, that's a big throw-in, isn't it?
Isn't it?
That's Olympics there, a throw-in going to the front of the pack. They got possession of the footy. The Bombers have got it. Another kick. It's going towards the goal line, and that's a pretty good-looking kick, but it won't be quite good enough. And that's just 1 point to the Riddle boys.
That was Akamade again to Williams there, who's the architect of this.
He's developing into one of my favourite players.
Yeah, he's quite an impressive player now. And coming out of defence now, Wallan will look wide now, but they've changed their mind. They're taking their time and coming out, looking for options to go for.
They've lost their attacking aggression, haven't they?
Yep, out to a contest on the far side. They're looking for a mark. Can't be held, and it's knocked towards the boundary line, right towards the interchange there for Wallan. And they'll have a throw-in now rather than have possession. So this is where Wallan's now losing their control of the game because they've not got control of the ball. As simple as that. The boundary umpire bends his back, sends it spinning back in. Up go the rucks. There they jump. It was a bit of a low throw or short throw. On top they pile. No one can get it out. And the umpire, well, she'll take that now and look to give a ball up there. Back in the same spot, probably about 5 metres in the ground towards that boundary line area where it was last thrown in. Up it goes. Up go the ruckman. They jump. Win there probably to Wallan, but knocked it the wrong direction. In go their support players, some low tackles. It then flicks back out. Here's a chance now for Williamson. He kicks it towards the forward line, running out to it. Support players for Riddle. They've got time there. Edwards tackled with the ball. A knock forward now. There's a chance to run it out now for Wallan. Here they come down the ground. They can't control it. That's Vianney there. He hip and shoulders first. No, that was Shraven now. He got brought down, and a good win there by number 23, our mystery player. Don't know who that one is. So we're looking for 2 mystery players at the moment who aren't on the list. Kick down the ground looking for support, and they find it with a mark just on the 50-metre arc there, David.
That was Heveling that got it down to him, and it was a very nice kick.
And that's the goal kicker in Sandringen, who will line up for a shot now on a pretty pretty tough angle, at least, I would say 45 to 48 metres out.
Yeah, that's about right. About 45, I reckon, but on a tight angle. And what foot does he kick with? Right foot. That's a nice looking kick. It's high in the air, but nowhere near a goal, and that's going over. The umpire's head is now standing between the goal post and the point post. So that'll be a 1 point only, one behind, as they say in some parts.
And they do indeed. 5-3-33, Wallan, not troubling the scorers for a while, to 6-5-41.
That's a big
that's an
quarter
8-point
for
lead.
them. Big quarter for Riddle.
Out they come in defence now. There's a man deep out here in number 7 there. That's Lynch. Bang, hits him on the chest, and he runs with some confidence. He kicks wide, looking for the doctor. Mannix fends off his player. The Shepherd's not been found there, and over the top, he rode over it, but it'll work to his advantage now if he can get Muldoon out to it. Stepping around for a shot across the shoulder. It's over. It's going. It's minor score there, and bad luck there to Lely, who then tried to get that one through, but was just off the target.
And people watching on video would have seen him use a word there that expresses his disgust with that.
Shucks, I think he might have said.
Yes.
Coming out of defence, Riddle, quick, sharp pass there by number 18 in Treswick. He then finds number 4 there in Tarkson, who goes wide, David, out to that far side.
Picked up.
Oh, chance for Wallan now.
Here's a few of them here. Yeah, free kick. Goodness gracious. Well, the Vulture crowd don't like it much at all. That's understandable in the circumstances. But that's a nice kick up into the forward pocket. They rise for it. And is that a mark? No, it's not. Pushed over towards the boundary line. Man's on the ground again. Hit it out in front of the pack. They've kept going towards the forward line. And there's a mark. A quick kick out of the pack and a man standing out in front, which is a good spot to be when the ball's coming into your forward line.
So this is where Riddle will go back to have a chance here of having a shot and really making an ascendancy on the scoreboard here. Just trying to work out who the player is there. I think it might be number 8, might be Akamade, I think. David, your recent favoured player here. It looks like him, lining up for a shot.
He's not far from goal. He ought to be able to make the distance pretty easily, but a very tight angle, right up against the boundary line. That's a high-looking kick, and the umpire says, I'm going to pay that 1 goal. 1 goal, and they're letting the defenders know all about that, advising them that they've kicked the goal, amongst other things. And it's a good response by Diggers this quarter. They've come back hard and strong, and they're leading the pack in terms of getting in front.
5-4-34, Wallan to 7-5-44. No, 47, sorry. That gives us a 13-point lead now to Riddle.
That's about 6 goals they kicked this quarter.
This has been it's a 6-goal quarter for them. It's been an effective to 2 goals. So we're back in the middle with running time now. David, up it goes.
Yep.
Tap back down. Riddle got that one away. Bonello tries to get down to it. Couldn't. Bodies dive in. Could have been a free there too. The umpires let it go, and he'll do a second ball up. Only 20 seconds from the last one.
Well, ruck contest after ruck contest. They're jumping high but not doing that much with the footy when they do hit it. Good contest that time. Kicked out the front. That's Edwards. Pushed it around with the left foot. Gone to the ground. It could have been in the back. But have they got the footy, the Bombers? Out it comes. A nice hand pass. A man standing on his own out the front. That's 34 again. And that's another goal, I think.
That was
good
fast,
play.
Furious football by number 15 there, David Horton. That's his second goal of the day.
That's premiership football, if you don't mind me saying so. That's telling you that we can do this. And you've got to give credit to them. I think the last 5 minutes has been outstanding footy.
That defensive line for Wallan has melted away at the moment.
Disappeared.
It's not there like it was in the fourth quarter, and that pressure, that tsunami of continual pressure coming through from Riddle is now just, it's unabated.
And the small fellas, mate, are getting into position to get scoring opportunities.
They're running off quickly and taking a chance to dominate. So the scoreboard now giving us out as a 16, 17, 18-point lead there.
That's a big lead.
19-point lead. Up it goes now. Big jump. No one can hold that one. Hit the ground. The Riddle boys are just diving on top more than anyone else. But he dived on top and did nothing with it. Quick handball off. Chance there off there to Bonello. They're taking a long way around Wallan. Looking for a target. Can't find it. Handballs are messy. Hits the ground and there's a free kick given. There's a push.
Very fortunate.
And that'll be number 53 there in Innes, who then handballs it off. A quick kick, a step around. And looking for Perry, 1 on 4. He can't get to it. Fended off, and there's a chance now for Riddle to come out of defence. Now it's Riddle showing the signs of that strong defensive capability. Out towards the wing on the far side, David, and now it's a chance of Wallan to turn it back around.
So, Perry...
No, it's a free kick to Riddle. They're going to get it back on the wing, David.
Well, while I was watching Perry and his opponent doing some Chief Little stuff, but the ball is now transferred into the forward
That's
half.
A free kick to Wallan.
And it is a free kick to Wallan. You're absolutely correct. That's Cox. Has got the footy. What will he do? He's hand passed it off, and it's gone around to the inner side of the ground where all the spectators are. Man in front couldn't mark it. Gone to the deck, kicked it away. I haven't seen
incorrect disposal there.
I haven't seen Grindley have a kick. You know,
he's disappeared. There's a few players who've gone on holiday at the moment. We're trying to find them on the field, but they're being nullified by strong defence. So here's a chance now for Riddle to go forward from their wing to the top of the circle. At the back there, no one there, but a strong defensive line there. I think that's Mannix again now, looking for a support play, finding Shraven, who runs off but runs into trouble. Yeah. He gets support, but it's to Davies, and no one can really control this ball now as they step around. They're backing themselves, but they're getting themselves under immense pressure. Down the ground now, they find support there, looking for Morris. Bang, hits the chest. They're looking for Perry. He comes out wide, but he's gone down, holding his ankle. He's looking sore, and now Riddle will come out. Three players by themselves on the wing here. Looking for options, number 11, then Saad there. He's taking his time, going down the ground, goes wide, the scenic part, down towards the boundary, but it's running towards the boundary and over the line.
Could be bad news for Perry. It looks like that thigh muscle might be the dangerous bit
and
here.
He is jogging to the boundary. He's going to take himself off there, it looks like.
He is, and I think the runner has come out to tell him to get off, mate.
I think, David, you watch to see who gets replaced by him, and the ball comes out of the boundary now towards the inside 50 for Riddle, and Wallan kick out in desperation, and they find only strong defensive line now to bring the ball straight back in. That's number 11 there, and Saad short kicks, bang, finds his target well there. That's Edwards again, who's playing a stellar game today, kicking inside the attacking 50, looking for an option, and a mark goes up, a kick off the ground and away, and it dribbles its way through. And nothing can be said, but Riddle have taken this game by the neck, and they are throttling it at the moment. I'm just trying to work out who the big guy was there, who was the goal scorer. That looks to be, he'll come up there, might be their ruckman there at the moment now. That's number 6 there in Graham, who picks up another valuable goal.
He's the player to watch in the record that we mentioned, Matt.
He is indeed. And this deficit now, 25 points in favour of Riddle on this Bendigo Bank scoreboard. This quarter has been a star for Riddle and an absolute shocker for Wallan.
It was Grindley that came on instead of Perry.
So they've swapped one for the other. Ball coming in now. The only reason this quarter's gone for so long is the amount of goals that's been scored here.
I wonder what Grindley was doing off the ground when they were getting flogged.
Might be getting a rest there. 8 goals scored by Riddle. Up it goes the middle, David.
There it is, ruck contest, gone to the ground. They're winning now in the centre of the ground. Is this 34 again? Gee, he's not a bad footballer, is he? He's come out pretty strongly, but the hand pass didn't work. They're going to try and get it to Shraven. Shraven's got it. He's trying to beat about 12 players. He does so with a hand pass. They got the footy out, the Vultures. The Magpies gone towards the boundary, but there's 14 of them out here for the Bombers, and they got the footy again, kicked it into the half-forward flank. A good lead, but 2 defenders have picked up the footy. Ball's on the ground, hand pass out. They've still got it, the Bombers. They're working towards the goal, but it's struggle and fight and wrestle and got him down. But did he kick it off the ground? I think he's kicked the goal.
He has indeed.
Who was that, Matt? Did you see it? It was the bloke with the long sleeves there, but now being
trying to work
kissed.
out who that is there, David. Could be number 20 there in Williamson, who I think took the opportunity to place the soccer-like goal. And now, although his hand's on his holsters, he looks like he's tired, but he's done well there. I'm just waiting for him to turn around. But
well, he would be tired because every player in the ground has kissed him. But that's the way it goes in footy, and what a quarter for the Riddle boys. The Bombers have really taken control of this game, and they're giving Wallan something to think about for the second half of this match.
So this has gone from a first quarter ascendancy to what will have to be a rescue mission back in the middle, David.
There it is, ruck contest, no winner. Went to the ground, good tackle. All over the top of him, wrestling him down like a cat. And the ball's on the ground and going to be thrown up again. So the umpire's coming in. That's Brock He's done okay, but not really influencing the game to any great extent. There's a good contest, got it out that time, but it's not going to a Wallan player. A ball's on the ground, hitting it out in front of him. No, ball's on the ground again. They jump on it. Can they get possession of it? No, they can't. The umpire comes in and says, give it to me, folks. I'm going to have another go at starting this.
On the far side of the ground, still trying to make out who that goal scorer was there. Davies in the middle of the ground now. The umpire, seconds must be ticking away. Up it goes. Ruckman, punch. There's probably a win there to Wallan, but better read there by number 13 there in Williamson. He kicks deep down into their forward area. Inside the attacking, it bounces past everybody, goes out the back. No one can pick it up cleanly. Here's a chance for a running player. That's number 4, the Hammer. The Hammer has a shot. And Thor, my Thor, that's a 9-goal, no, that's a 10-goal quarter. By my rough accounts here.
I think that's Hammerling that kicked that goal.
It is Thor, it is the Hammer. So this is an absolute deluge.
He's belted him this quarter, Hammerling.
He has. So that defensive line melted away, as we said, and since then, nothing stopped that Riddell Bomber team running the ball out of the middle quickly and then attacking the goal quickly.
Well,
and
whoever's playing on Hammerling has not worked out yet that he's got a bit of speed and you need to be standing right next to him.
Yep, punch back down the middle. No one can control that one, David. It goes over the top there and it gets wrestled back in for another ball up.
Well, it's Indian wrestling. And the umpire says that's a scrimmage. I think I'll throw it up. Give myself another try. There it is. Good throw up too. Good ruck contest. No, we were a winner. It was hit, but came out the back of the pack. And Riddell have pushed it forward again a bit. That was Boyle, handball it out. And a lovely kick up to the centre half forward. Coming over the top of the head.
Mark,
Vianney. Good mark, son. And that's a left footer into the goal square. And Grindlay, what will he do here? Oh, the replacement. No, there it is. He's on his own. He's got possession of the footy, left foot kick. And I reckon that's a goal.
It is indeed. And it's a well-earned 1.5 fast turnaround there by Wallan. That was number 15, Mahoney. And he came through like a freight train. And that has somewhat slowed down the onslaught. The lead now, to my math, 31 points in favour of Riddell. And that gives Wallan something of a breather for what was, I thought, an insurmountable build-up. But great credit to them. That was fast football.
What happened there? 2 long kicks out of the back line.
Yep. None of this handballing around back and forth. They went down the ground quickly and took advantage of it. Up it goes in the middle. Terrible throw-up. The umpire says, even I have to admit that, so I'm going to do it again.
Crikey, you're going to have to stop throw-ups now. Well, there it is. The umpire's coming back. He's got it under control. He's not getting upset at all by it. And this time he'll throw it high in the air, I'll bet. Well, not so high. There it is, a bruck throw out there.
There's the siren, David, to the end of the Bendigo Bank quarter.
Well,
6-4-40 by my math to 11-5-71, a 31-point lead to the Riddell Bombers.
And Terry, by the way, that's on 98.3. 97.1 and 89.2 if you happen to be at Romsey Park listening. So the umpire's got the footy mat ready to start.
Kilmore and Seymour Toyota quarter, bang, kick off there, knocked back down by Riddell, but it's Bonello who grabbed the ball and then got grabbed himself for a massive air cuddle, brought down with a thump, and the umpire will have it again. Up it goes again, tapped down. This time Wallan's win, but again, Bonello, he's wrapped up instantaneously once he gets the ball, and we'll try this ball up for a third time. They're actually tagging Bonello heavily. Tap back down. Riddell try and get this one. Bonello gets it for the third time. This time he's out with it. Finds number 15 in Mahoney. Goes deep into the attacking 50. They get a second chance of it, running past it and running over to most of the players, and it gets wrapped up now for a ball up in the attacking 50 for Wallan.
It's only about 30 metres out from the goal and pretty tough contested situation there. And it's time for Wallan to get to work. It's in their forward line and a scoring opportunity per chance. Ball's high in the air. Brock got it out. But punched back by a defender. And the umpire said there's a free kick here. I've got no idea what it's for, but it's going to the Bombers, I think. I
think that was Edwards in the back line there. He punched it away, but then got tackled as he punched it.
There's a clever piece of play.
No, it's number 6 there. That's number 6. That's Graham who'll have the ball now coming out of defence, David.
There it is, kicked across to the outer wing.
Number 50.
Touched over the line and out of bounds, Matt.
That's Horton who couldn't control that one there. It's rolled to the boundary line now. It'll be a ball in on that central wing area. No one advantage.
This is like the mini Bermuda Triangle here.
It is because David loses over his left shoulder. I've got a view though, in it comes now. Rux can't control it, taps straight towards the boundary, and we'll repeat that process over again. No one came out and took advantage of that first couple of minutes to get a goal, so it becomes a bit of a stalemate now in the middle as the ball gets brought back in from the boundary line, and the throw's pretty good, bit short. Tap, probably in favour there of Riddle. Well done though, but wrapped up quickly. Edwards has it, dances around, brilliantly done. Handballs off quickly, finds 23 there, who then kicks it across there, but Bonello intercepts. He's been getting a lot of the ball.
Here you go, you see the arm still around his neck.
And he still gets wrapped up immediately. They do not give him any space. They know the damage he can make.
That was good tackle by Tarkson.
Yep. Davis is in there, up it goes there. The Rucks can't really get to it. It's Riddle knocks it forwards. Bonello gets it again over the shoulder. The umpire then let it go again.
Put his head down, I think, mate. And who knows? He's what is he doing? You said they're tagging him, did you?
They are. Watch that. Edwards is on him there. And reduces his options there quickly. He'll get the tackle on them this time. They didn't get the ball away. Gets wrapped up again. Finally gets it out quickly. But it's only going to go down to a Riddle player who then turns on his feet, handballs it off, kicks wide there, finds number 6 on his own. That's Graham. And now he's a real chance to go inside the attacking 50, David.
And that was Grindlay up there contesting it in the centre of the ground.
50 metres for going over the mark, David.
Yes, well, there it is. And
that's a nail in the coffin, that is.
I don't like it, of course. I've said that many times in the broadcast, but that's the way it is. And this umpire is taking control of it. Number 6 has got it for Riddell. Let's grab him. And he's not a bad kicker, if I remember correctly. And the umpire is directing who stands where in a rather officious manner, and she's doing it okay. So here we go for a shot at goal, only about 30 metres from goal. That's a high kick in the air, and that's another one. And that's, what do they call those nails in coffins, don't they?
Yep.
But who's to say the game's over? Anything can happen, but that was a damaging goal, and Grabham got it, and what a disaster resulting from a penalty for running over the mark.
Kilmore and Seymour Toyota scoreboard 6-4-40 to Wallan to 12-5-77. That's a 37-point lead to the Bombers, who are now taking that third quarter, the often defined premiership quarter, by the scruff of the neck now and saying, I want this. And if this keeps up, it'll be Wallan taking that long scenic route through the finals process to meet up with potentially with Riddle again, unless they can do something about it in this quarter, David.
Well, it's not a time to give up and go away. It's a time to come back and show what you've really got.
Yep.
And hopefully they can do that. Ball back into the centre of the ground, relayed by the umpires, doing a fine job. It's hard running for them, and they've done it pretty well. So the umpire back in the centre. Here it goes. Chuck up in the air. Good jump. Good jump. A good contest in the ruck, but no real winner. The umpires is holding the man. Well, goodness gracious, I don't know.
That's
that was
Boyle
easy.
Now.
It's Boyle, but who would have paid that? Not me. Nevertheless, he's got it. And the umpire is saying, get on with it. It's kicked it up towards the centre half forward. Yes. That's a nice mark by the Bombers. They've got possession of the footy again, and it's good defensive work. That's a saver of the day, isn't it, Matt?
Indeed it is.
So his ball is coming around the outer wing now, and that's another man standing
Edwards.
on his own.
That's Edwards.
Standing on his own, but that's Grindlay, and he's not playing in the forward line at the moment, obviously. Must have put him under the ball, I reckon, ruck roving or something.
Or back flank running off the lines there. He's looking down the ground, David. Who can he find?
Well, there you are. You've got to do something, and I commend them for that. That's a big high jump. Nearly a mark. He couldn't get it to the ground. Couldn't get it to stay, and that's nearly around the neck, I would have thought. No, the umpire says get on with another scrimmage. These scrimmages are becoming quite intense, and the umpire comes in to chuck it up again.
Every one of them works into Riddle's favour as it ebbs away at the clock. I know it's only the third quarter here, but Wallan desperately need to score here. Up it goes there. The ruckman jump. A lot of people around the ball now. Here's a chance for Morris. He handballs it off quickly. Running player got tackled high, but now it's Riddle's chance to run out of defence, and they do. Going wide down the ground. The options are a one-on-one race there. Oh, hit the ground hard over the shoulder, and a free kick here for Riddle. If they're quick with it, they'll opt to take opportunity now, but in the forward line, they run out the full forward. A strong mark by Songden again.
He's a good mark of the footy, this guy.
He is a long way from home, but this will put the deficit above 40 if he can put this through, David.
Well, it would be a very good kick, but I don't doubt that he's got the capacity to do it. He's about 40 metres from goal, and a short one, a call for, but he's not taking any notice of that. and he's going to go for the full distance, about the 45 metres. There it is. It's a long kick. It's a long kick. Nice kick too. He's done it right into the goal square, giving everybody a chance. Edwards at the back of the pack couldn't quite pick it up. It went to the ground, another man, and grabbed her around her neck, but that wasn't a free kick because they were on the way to the deck when it happened. So a man on the ground and being helped up by the bloke grabbing his ears. That was grab him. And the ball on the ground again. I can't see there, Matt.
Tap back down now. Out of the back, Edwards fights, but he gets crushed in between. No one covers for it, and the doctor, Mannix, there has wrapped it up there. The defence under immense pressure here for Wallan. They've got to work this one out. It's too close to call. Either way, pumps back down. No one can get hold of it. It flicks out towards the front of the goals. Danger zone for them. They can't get it out of the pack. It's Innes is in there too, and he can't move with it. And now the umpire will ball up for a third time. It's so close, 10 metres away from that Riddell line. Up it goes, tap. It can't be get out there, but Edwards gets it, gets tackled down hard.
Edwards round the neck.
And he tries to run off with it. That was number 43 with Collins when everyone else has stopped.
Don't pay that one, it's too close to goal. Eh?
Up it goes again, the rucks jump. No one can get that one. Second punch away, out the back, kick over the shoulder. He centres it to someone there. Here's a chance for Riddell. They try and get it. Wrapped up there was Brickland. And now a ball up, probably 30 metres out, directly in front. This is just as dangerous as the goal face is as open as it can be. Up it goes there. Tap back down. Oh, great punch away there by Horton there. No, not Horton, sorry.
Marnie.
That was Marnie. Hits the ground, though. No one can get it out. And it's wrapped back up for ball up, number 7, David.
Well, there's a lot of them, isn't there? And a bit slow. It stops the game every time this happens. There it is, thrown in the air. Good ruck contest. Lovely work. Oh, that's Edwards. I'll bet that's Edwards. He slipped around like a nice skater, went to the deck, and the umpire has said no free kicks there, and it's coming through for 1 point only. And it's on the, what scoreboard?
Kilmore and Seymour Toyota scoreboard.
That's Bonello has got the footy now right in front of us, half-back flank, a short kick. I can't see what's happened now, Matt.
Bonello's inaccuracy and almost semi-lethargicness with that kick gives no option for the players further down the line, and it's the boundary line that wins. Probably balling in here in the back flank here for Wallan. The alarm bells will be ringing loudly in that coach's box. Tap back down now by Wallan. They get it out the back there, but it's only Riddell players. Over the top they go, handballing it out without too much pressure. Chance here now for Riddell, going inside the attacking 50, looking for a lead, but down the ground.
Up the ground.
Tackled down the ground, and this is where it works out. And unfortunately for Wallan, ill-disciplined and late tackles. A short, sharp pass, but not over the mark. No, and they'll be sent back again to have a proper shot now. It's not number 1, that's number 14 in Berry, who's already kicked a goal today.
So that was Miller that took the knock after he kicked it. It was not a strong hit, by the way, but nevertheless probably deserved. And the umpire was right onto it. That's a short kick. It's too high for him, is it? He couldn't mark it. Gone to the ground. And kicked out towards the half-back flank on the spectator side of the ground. That's the western side of the ground. Kicked towards the centre wing and kicked off the ground, but they can't get the footy with the Vultures, the Wallan Magpies. They're not getting it at all. And it's out of bounds on the half-forward flank.
That was Baker getting the ball out of defence there for Wallan, which was a great read of the play. But now the ball slightly in their forward flank area for Wallan. Can't stress as much. They've got to really make their moves now. Up it goes. Tap back down. No one can get hold of it. Out the back it goes again. Wallan with the handballs, but straight to Riddell. They kick forward. The ball's a terrible bounce.
Chingas.
Numbers are in their favour.
Good work.
That might be Edwards there again, kicking down the ground. There's Edwards now looking for the mark. He's trying to get hold of it. Can't. It gets knocked forward again. And that desperate defence by Wallan trying to get the ball out gets wrapped up towards the boundary, but they move it along as fast as they can. A kick now inside their attacking 50, only finding defensive players for Riddell.
Oh, look at that. What a kick, eh? It's gone straight to a defender who's chucked himself
forward.
No,
they're going back.
Out of bounds.
He stepped out of bounds.
Okay, he was out of bounds before it even got up there, so the boundary umpire is going to do all the best work here and chuck it in again. He's a prolific thrower of the footy, and the rucks are getting set. There it is. Look at that throw-in, mate. I couldn't kick it that far.
Wow.
That's a punch out the back. It's gone over the back of the pack. They're running for it. Oh, nice work. Tried to get it, the Vulture, but couldn't.
Nope, free kick for Wallan.
Gone towards the kicking zone, the scoring zone, into the forward pocket, pushed in the back, perhaps. No, not pushed in the back. And that's Matt's father that's waving to us saying, I'm off to see the rocket.
Okay, here's a chance now for Wallan. They've got it inside that attacking 50 for them. This is a lot of hard work for one goal, and this is not. It's going to be too much work if they can't get control of this. Now up it goes, tap back down. Riddle get it down to a smaller player who handball it out of the fence, out of the back. They've got streaming players behind. Here's a hospital kick up high to Greg Grinley. He gets it. He's probably within range. And this is a chance now for Wallan to start to reduce that deficit. 38 points by my rough estimations. I'll check those scores in a second, but Grinley is lining up for a shot at goal.
That was a poor defensive kick across the face of goal, and Grindley too good on that occasion. Outmanoeuvred his opponent and marked it over the top of him. So he's only a short distance, mate, about 25 metres from goal.
Slight angle.
And he's a goal kicker, 61 goals for the year, if my memory serves me correctly.
Correct.
Here he comes, and a hop and jump a bit that way, and that's a goal.
Oh, that's an absolute ripper, that one is.
That's a goal.
That's well needed and well asked for. So 7 goals for 46 to 12, 678. The deficit reduced down now to 32 points, and that was Grinley who got that one.
The unfortunate thing is it didn't come from an attacking move by Wallan.
It came from hard-working desperation, but it came from a mistake of pressure put on there by Riddle. David, this is really important here. This is all this hard work can psychologically just be washed away if Riddle get the next goal. They need to be a back-to-back goal here by Wallan.
Okay, we're waiting for it, and let's get ready. Good ruck throw up. Good throw up. The rucks go for it. Hit to the ground and kicked off the ground by Shraven. And it's Grinley again, is it? I'm not too sure. No, it's not.
There's Grinley now.
There's Grinley out the front, and he's done a blind turn, bit of Fred Astaire work, and it's a bodgy-looking kick into the goal square almost. It's on the ground. A good wrestle and struggle, and the umpire's going to throw it up again.
Can't work out what's going on there in the back line there, but Grinley was forced to target one player for Wallan, surrounded by 4 Riddle players. Up it goes there. The chance now going forward again. The punch goes out towards the pocket. No one can hold it. Shot over the shoulder.
Vianney.
And a shot at goal from Vianney, I think. And that was a great goal of opportunity. So I think that was Vianney.
And how do you like that, sir? Because that's a left footer.
No, that was Makitic, I think, number 9.
That's a left footer off the boundary line and kicked about 30 metres and straight as a die. What an excellent piece of work. You've got to give him credit for that. And that's a big comeback by Wallan. 2 goals in a row.
Now, 2 hard-fought goals out of opportunity. Now there's a feeling that they can do these kind of things. The potential to make it a third and reduce that deficit down to 20 points. That's the next challenge.
Leaving the ground, and it's got the woman singer in it.
The fat lady?
Yeah.
Oh, she's gone for a break, has she? She's left for somewhere else. Out in the middle, David. Here we go again.
There it is, back in the centre. Good ruck throw up. No contest winner there. Gone to the ground. Grinley's playing on the wing by the look of it,
It looks like it too.
And they've got the footy now in the back. He's thrown it away. He threw it away before he was tackled. And that's a Kevin Bartlett special for those who can remember. Just playing for the free kick, and he didn't get it. Sorry.
So there's a ball up there on that full forward flank there for Wallan. Really are in an attacking position here. There's an opportunity. Up it goes. The ruckman jump. Tap back down, no one's favour. Second punch there by Riddle. A third punch there by Riddle.
Morris.
A quick pick up by Morris. He centres the ball, looking for a target. Can't find it. At the back comes a hunting Perry. He overruns it. Out the back it goes. They dive onto it. The body's in favour. Riddle outnumbering Wallan, but they've wrapped it up there. Possibly locked it down. Yep, it's looked like it'll be a ball up, only about 5 metres out, David.
A scrimmage right in front of the goal almost, and a good ruck win here would put them in that band for a score. Let's keep our eyes closely on this. That's a throw up, a good ruck throw up, punch away by the Bombers, kick back over the head, and the umpire says that's 1 point, 1 point only to the Wallan Magpies.
And that was Perry who was roving the pack there.
Well, I was about to say I think Perry is struggling, but to get a shot like that is pretty useful.
Yep.
1 point only, and the defenders know what they're doing for this red and black team, the Bombers. They're better than the Bombers in the AFL at defending, I think.
Anyone's better than them at the moment.
Well, that's right. There it is, up under the half-back flank. A nice long kick. It's gone about 55 metres. Ball on the deck, another throw-up perhaps, and another scrimmage, and there's plenty of them.
The difference now is that Riddle's not kicking to loose men. They're kicking to a contest, and it's being locked down. Here it goes again, up, tap back down. There was by Wallan, pushed forward, gained himself about 5 metres for a boundary throw in, David.
Well, the crowd would be silenced at this moment, just waiting to see who scores the next goal, Matt, because the next goal will be critically important.
It will be indeed.
So there we are, half forward flank, mate.
Boundary, flinging that back in. Nice high throw. I love this boundary umpire. Tap there probably by Riddle, but it's Wallan who gets the bodies to it, but they can't control it. It dribbles towards the boundary line, again flicks back out, and again we'll have a ball in right in front of that interchange there or the bench there for Wallan. There's a chance now. It's still in their attacking forward flank area.
Hasn't moved an inch.
Hasn't moved much at all. It's kind of bounced back and forth. And in comes the throw. Ruckman, push off there in the back. The umpire's let that go. Chance running on there for Wallan. Quick kick down to the forward line. Finding a mark, can't be held. Chance down to pick it up if they can. Muldoon then hits the ground there. Great tackling on him by that Riddle defender. They wrap it up. And the umpire will ball it up there. That was I think it was number 18 there. That's Treswick. He was an excellent last line of defence for Riddle. Up it goes again. The ruck there, push off, jump, punch back down. They can't control it quickly. Here's a chance for a quick shot at goal. It's off the boot. It's gone wide. Out there goes there. No one can hold it, and Riddle will try and run out if they can. No, here comes Wallan running through with Gilchrist. Gilchrist takes a ping. A known goal scorer, not. And gets himself an out of bounds on the full, David.
Out of bounds on the full. A wicket keeper's shot for goal. And that was Gilchrist. But nevertheless, they got the footy across there and gave him a shot at it. And that's better than not having it.
Indeed.
So the defenders have got it in the back pocket, about 25, 30 metres from goal. He's going to go around the boundary line, as you would expect, 45 metres, kick, big crowd jump for it, no mark, gone towards the boundary, and the umpire says throw it in, folks.
The bodies start to get tired now, folks. A little less responsive. The skills start to become a little less sharp. This is where a champion player could stand up out of nowhere and take this game by the scruff of the neck as the boundary umpire brings it spinning back in.
Look at that throw.
I know, it's a mile. And a quick run through there by Wallan. A chance to get the ball, but it's number 17 there from Riddle there who wraps it up. Riddle doing a good job. They've stopped that little onslaught, or that little run there that Wallan had of 3 goals. They've not scored themselves apart from the one at the initial start of the quarter, but they're now going to lock the ball in this defensive pocket here. Chance for Wallan to get it out if they can control it. They can get it out, though. Quick kick, but it's rushed and no one in particular targeted. Chance here there for Makatic. He can't control it, and he watches it with Muldoon as it rolls over the boundary line, probably 25 metres around from their goal line, David.
Ball's been on the forward line for Wallan for quite a bit of this quarter, not too much up the other end at all. And now it is about 30 metres around from the goal. High throw-in, mammoth throw-in. Rucks set themselves, no winner. Gone to the deck, picked up by the defence, got it away. A hand pass went straight to the Wallan man. He's kicked it over the shoulder. That's going to be a goal, I reckon.
It is indeed. That was, I think it was Makatic who got that. He read it well, and then I think number 20 there, David, that might be Morris there with his second. And that was, again, opportunistic goals. These goals aren't coming for Wallan like they did in the first quarter through smooth, fast football. This quarter has been hard foot, grinding football.
That was another turnover.
And it was another turnover, and it's starting to feel that arm wrestle. It's starting to slowly come back again.
I don't know why you even mentioned the fat lady singing earlier. Mark and I were both unimpressed with you doing that.
Mark thinks the fat lady was getting a hot dog as opposed to breaking a larynx. David, back in the middle here, free kick. Too many in the middle there. Boyle goes straight out, attacking forward.
That's a long kick.
It's a long kick, but it's down to no one in particular. And the Riddle players wrap it all up. They're saying didn't do anything with it.
Holding the ball.
And the umpire says, no, I'll have a ball up. Right inside the attacking 50 for Wallan. Another chance, David.
It is about 35 metres from goal, forward pocket, right up against the boundary line, of course, and the ball's on the ground again. Another scrimmage. Can anybody get it out? It's a hard, tough wrestle in there in these scrimmages.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, David. Once you get the ball, you've got literally half a second to move it on, and that's why there's so many ball-ups going on. Up it goes, tap back down, no one can hold it. Riddle try and get it out, but it goes to the back of the pack. There are immense pressure at the back here. The kick out, who to? No one in particular goes towards the boundary, and eventually over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in, David.
Yes, it is. It's just staggering around. That's the half-forward flank, about 50 metres from goal. Still, as you would know, on the boundary line if the boundary umpire is going to throw it in. And we'll get ready for the Rucks to have a go at it. It's a big contest. No real winner again. They're doing a pretty hard battle, those two ruckmen. And no matter who they are, and the ball's gone towards the boundary line. Another scrimmage, another struggle, more wrestling. Ball's gone to the deck. can't get it out. And the umpire says I'll have to throw it up.
That's Makatic and Scrabber. Makatic has found his legs this third quarter. He's got a fair bit of the ball and has been the architect of a couple of their goals. So let's see if he can step up here with the opportunity, David.
There's another ruck throw in, and this time Riddle have done it well. Gone to the ground, the Wallan lad, and couldn't get possession of it. And ball's in another scrimmage. That's scrimmage number 1462 today.
I think so, David. I think so. Edwards in there. He's scouting around and hunting for the ball for Riddle. Then tap back down. There he goes. He's got it now. He handballs it loosely high in the air, but it works in favour of Wallan. But if they can come out and control it, they can to some degree. That gets it to number 17 there. That's Bonello. He kicks it high. That's a hospital. Oh, there's a mark.
Oh, who's marked?
There's a mark.
There's 12 blokes gone for that, and a man at the back has marked it, I reckon.
There's 36 men on the field and 47 people went for that mark.
That's true. And he's got it under his arm now, going back like he's John Coleman.
It's number 18. That's Fowler.
Fowler. He kicked 4 last week, didn't he?
Indeed. And the man who's on him, number 17, that's Croft. He's hurt himself. He's rolled his ankle there. He's hobbling a little bit.
His ankle.
So this could be a turning point for the game here. This could bring the deficit back to 13 points, folks, believe it or not.
Well, he's only a short distance from goal. I ought to be able to kick that. It's about 30 metres. Here he goes. Oh,
it's drifted right.
What's he done?
Minor
He's kicked
score.
a point.
Back to 18 points.
All the Magpies have breathed out now after that. And it was a kick that should have been a goal and wasn't.
This is where Wallan needs to lock this ball in. There isn't a single man on the field past the halfway point. They've got every 36 players down that far end, David.
They have, and what does that mean? I'm not too sure what it means, but
it's
there's a nice-looking kick. It's gone 50 metres out towards the half-back flank. The Bombers are trying to get possession of it. It's gone to the deck again, yet another throw-up. And that's, what did I say, 1463.
Yep.
So the umpire's got it, half-forward flank, about 50 metres from goal on the spectator side of the ground. That's the western side. Good ruck contest. They pushed each other. Could have been a free kick to both of them. Pushed out the back of the pack, gone for the pick-up, went to the ground, trying for the free kick. But the Wallan boys have got it. Wallan boys have got it and kicked it down. That's Wigan, is it?
Cohenberg.
No, Wigan.
Oh,
no, you got it right. I'm just saying that's what I call him because the foot's grey bloke. Wigan. There it is. It's going up. What are they doing?
No, they're just jostling for positioning now. He's coming in to take the kick. It's way out of his distance, but he might try and put it to the top of the square, David. There's the kick.
No,
it's got the height.
That's a massive
It's got
kick.
the distance. And that's a goal. Kick. Oh, my goodness, to Cronenberg. If it is him, that was a goal of goals. David, we're in a 12-point game.
Well, I never thought it was over. What a great contest this is. And the ball's been on the forward line for the entire quarter almost for Wallan.
It has. It certainly is the goal-scoring end. The question is, can Wallan get ahead in this quarter to give them something to potentially defend?
Well, the trees are not moving, though, mate. It shouldn't be a 10-goal win, should it?
I know, but so far I count more than 17 goals scored at that end.
What's the whistle has been blown?
There's a infringement. A flingement, which is I can't quite say infringement. Nope, back in the middle and up it goes. Tap back down. That was done well by Riddle. Locked back up now. The bodies dive on top. Here goes a quick run by Grinley, who's been effective on that wing position. He kicks it wide, though, to no one in particular. Riddle gets out there first, and they're dancing and stepping around, but the pressure's on them. The kick, though, poor. Intercepted by Wallan. That's Gilchrist. Kicks it deep, looking for a Perry sauce. He couldn't hold it. It's out the back now. Second chance now. Shot there by what looks like Croft. And he kicks in the dying seconds of the quarter and gets only a solitary point. Taking that deficit now, 10-7-61 to 12-6-78. And my apologies forward there too. That can't be right. I'm going to check that scoreboard, David, and go for that one again.
Okay, we're getting the primary school kids to tell us what the score is. Year 7, yes, that's right. I forgot that.
The last of these fans who are obviously maybe a little bit, overindulged in the amber liquid, they're making their way off at an incredibly caboose-like slow pace. And every player is already ready to go. The umpire now looking around, finally satisfied, David, to kick this off.
We're ready to go. We're in this championship quarter. Some people say the third is, but I think this one's going to be it today. And 11 points the difference for This second semi-final, ball high in the air. He's a big leaper, that number 6, isn't he, Graham? He's a big leaper. Ball gone out the back. The Vulture's got it. The Magpies have got it. Pushed out. That's by the leg, surely, isn't it? No, the umpire says play on. It's kicked down into the goal square almost. And that's a mark.
What a mark!
That is a mark of some note.
Wow. That was stratospheric. That was...
That is a big mark.
Ozone punching. And guess who it is, David?
I give up.
No, it's not called a mark. He's called the ball up.
Oh, goodness gracious. Pandemonium rams itself out. I thought that was a clear mark, didn't you?
So did I, but he said it hit the ground, so we couldn't see it from there. Ball's been wrapped up directly in front.
12 foot in the air.
I thought he held on to it.
Perhaps we need to look at the RDFNL video on that one. We are a long way from it, of course, aren't
up
we?
It goes now. Tap back down. No one in favour. Smaller men for Riddle with a chance over the shoulder.
That's a good kick, and that's a goal.
And that's what Riddle wanted.
That's a very serious event.
Goal number 13 for them. So that's 10-7-67 to 13-6-84 on the on the Woolworth scoreboard. And that's pushed out that deficit now to 17 points. It's a hard ask to make for Wallan. They're going to need to kick 3 straight goals up the other end of the ground, David.
That was a very good goal, by the way. A professional footballer's goal, in my opinion. And he's got his hands on his hips back in the centre of the ground. I think probably that's Tarkson. Anyway, there's that number 6 again. He's got his spring-heel jack, is he not?
Edwards.
And there's Edwards. Has got the footy, left foot into the forward pocket. He's gone for the doctor. The defenders are coming in. They can't get the footy. It's out the back. And
Edwards
the Bombers have got it again. Kicked it across the face of goal. Big attempt to mark, but they know the umpire doesn't pay them down there. The ball's gone towards the boundary line, and it's going to go over the line and out of bounds. Surely isn't not. The umpire is waving, gesticulating,
ball in,
gesturing. Other things.
That's Edwards making an impact on the game now for Riddle. Really stepping up here. Ball comes spinning back in. It's a high one. Punch back forward. It's Riddle who can't get rid of it. Finally, Wallan kick right across the face. And it goes wide to the back pocket and over the boundary line for a throw-in.
It is over the boundary line. That's about 40 metres from goal, or perhaps 35.
Hang on, they're calling it back here for some reason.
The
a free kick to Wallan. He was dragged down after the kick.
Okay, well, we'll accept that one as an umpire's decision. Although we were describing out of bounds, I thought it was going well too.
Finds the Archbishop Mannix there.
Mannix, okay, the doctor, as you call him. And that's a funny-looking kick. It's hit the Bombers right on the chest, and that's another kick at goal by number 17, whoever he is, Matt. And that's kicked towards the goal-scoring zone. The defenders are coming out with it. The Magpies have got it, transferred it to the half-back flank, and that's not a bad effort at a mark. And I might have paid that one.
It's Benello again.
The umpire is saying yes. Is that right?
Yep.
So they've changed their mind about paying marks now. The umpire's got the half-back flank's got it, kicked it around. The wing went 20 metres. Let's learn from the previous quarter where they kicked it 80 metres at a time. That's another kick, only a short distance, about 20 metres. They've still got the ball on the centre wing, and it's another kick. It's a bungee, and that's what happens when you do these short chipping kicks, and the Bombers have come away with it, as might have happened. And that's a lovely-looking kick into the middle of the ground, a hand pass, a running player. The Bombers have got it. They're going for goal. They're going for the doctor, and the
great defensive mark. That's Cox in the back there.
That is the save of the day. Cox, was it?
Yep.
Right on the boundary line. They've still got possession of the footy, kicked it around, and that's a mark to the Bombers. The Bombers have taken possession. Half-back flank, kicked it in towards the scoring zone. That's a 60-metre kick, and that's a mark at the back. They can't take that one up him. That's a dead-set mark. So, Mark, did you see that? That's a mark by him and a mark in the commentary box. And, he's going back now. He's only about 12 metres from goal, man.
This is one of those sharp, insensitive nails that's going to kick for number 4 here. That's Tarkson. If he pops this one through, it moves out to a 23-point lead. Something horrendously insurmountable about it as he comes in.
He knows how to play the game,
and he's going to milk the clock on this as much as he can. It works in their favour to do so.
There it is, 12-metre kick. I think you'll get the distance. Here he comes, taking his time, as you point out.
Distance is not the question.
And that's a pretty good kick.
And by that body language, The Bombers feel like they might have got themselves into a grand final unless the absolute penultimate can be pulled out of the you-know-where for Wallan, but they have to do it. They have to do it now.
Did you hear that, Mark? What did he say?
They said absolutely nothing. There we go.
Oh, goodness. It's hard to follow. The ball has gone into 17 trees at the back of the ground.
An arbiter has been sent to recover that one. They might have to get someone back to actually help.
People at home, that's a tree man.
There's a tree man.
There it is, back in the centre of the ground. The umpire to start proceedings again, waiting for the ruck contest. Spring Eel Jack, number 6. He's a big leaper. He's one of the biggest leapers, dead set, I've ever seen. And it's Tuxon again, mate, the goal kicker. He's kicked it out to the half-forward flank on the western side of the ground, about 45 metres from goal now. Ball's on the deck. They're fighting for it. It won't be anything happening here. That's a scrimmage. A dead set scrimmage. Might even be a melee in different times. But ball is on the ground, and the umpire's going to throw it up again, Matt.
David, the scales have tipped. The Riddle energy is actually furious. It's growing enthusiasm as they can see a finish line that looks in their favour. It taps towards the boundary. No one can get that one. It gets round up and they get tackled over with ferocity. That was remembrance of the first quarter. Riddle have got their tails in the air. Wallan need to draw some inspiration from somewhere rather unique to find themselves 4 unanswered goals.
But not a person has moved from the ground. They're all spellbound and watching. There's Spring Eel Jack headed away again. A big punch towards the boundary line. And it's going over line and out of bounds in front of a great Toyota. So 35 metres, 40 metres from goal, I guess, at the boundary, waiting for a throw in. Let's see what this ruckman, I love his jumping, don't you?
Yep.
High jumping. No good that time. There was a short throw in and gone to the deck. The defenders have got it, but they've thrown to the ground and jumped on and wrestled and walked on. And the umpire said, I think I'll throw it up.
So in that forward pocket there for Riddle, chance for them to completely seal the game. Wallan desperate to get it out. A tap out towards the boundary. Can't be controlled. Bodies flying in and out.
Got one on the scone then and pushing the mush, as you might say.
No matter how this game ends up, there's going to be a lot of sore boys with sore bodies there. Edwards coming out of the bottom of the pack there, always down and under in the spot. Up it goes there. The ruckman then jump. No one can hold that one. Goes back towards the boundary. Riddle with a chance towards it, and they gain themselves about 5 metres. And now the ball's going to be brought in about 5 metres around from the point post for Riddle here, which is tantalisingly close for their little goal-scoring Rovers.
Boundary umpire's got it, as you point out, about 10 metres from the point post. That's another short throw in, but Brock got that away. Punched it towards the boundary line. It's going down, down, down and out. And the umpire says, why don't you throw that in, because it looked like it was over the line.
The twilights of this quarter and this game in its sense, every time there's a ball in or a throw in, it works in favour for Riddle. They're happy to let this one go. Throw in at the back there. No one can control it. There's a whistle blown there. Advantage given. A quick kick on, goes towards the boundary line. And it goes actually over the line for a minor score. And that makes it exactly 24 points, David.
24 points. Well, it's a big lead at this stage of the game when the legs are tired and brain is fading. But anything can happen in football, and that's what we often see. So they've got the possession of the footy now. The Magpies have got it back pocket, but he's taking his time and he's going to go across the face of goal. No, he's not. He's kicked it left foot up the ground, half-back flank, and they jump and hop and nearly a mark, but couldn't drag it down. Coming at the back of the pack, and that's a lousy kick, if you don't mind me saying so. And threw himself forward.
In the back.
That is Shakespeare's School of Acting, that one. The 28 was the man who did that. It was Miller. Miller was the man who got that 50-metre penalty earlier in the game. And that's a mark. Centre half back. Wallan have got it. Kicked it out towards the half-back flank. Running player coming up the ground. Centre wing. Once again on his own out the front. There's that Grindley. I'm not too sure who that is. He's kicked it back where it came from. I don't like the look of that. That's Vianney that's got it. And it's gone back onto the half-back flank. Number 7 now is Lynch. And kicked into the middle. They're messing around with it. They're not getting anywhere near the goal. And it's Muldoon's going to mark it, I reckon. He's got it. Hand pass. Schraven has kicked it down. And Perry couldn't mark it. Was out in the front, but never looked like marking, if you don't mind it. That's number 6 again. He's everywhere, that guy. And his kick is a shocker. And good, strong play. They pushed it out towards the half-forward flank, towards the scoring zone. No, they couldn't get possession of the footy. The Bombers have got it. That's 34. That's the hammer, as Matt calls him, and he's kicked it out onto the centre wing, and that's a mark. The Bombers have still got possession. Kicked it up now, half forward. And, one-handed knock away, what the umpire said. The whistle blew. They've got possession of the footy, the Magpies. That's a nice little kick. And Muldoon has got it. That's 2 marks in 2 minutes. What will he do? See if he can get it down into a scoring zone, mate. And that's got it now.
That's
Schraven
Morris.
missed it, went over the back. That's Morris. No, is that the defender?
Yes, the defender has that now coming back out. That's number 20 for 20 there. That's Williamson. He finds support in the back pocket there, and they'll look to come out of defence here. Wallan need to lock this one in there. They'll go back across the goal, finding Williamson again. He's gained himself about 5 metres. That's Perry's opponent. He's not a lot to choose from. A man running around behind him. He might handball off if he's fortunate. There, short pass. Just on 15, asked to play on. The kick in front of Grinley finds its perfect target, though, for Riddle. That's number 19 there in Masaldi. I have to say that's probably his first kick for today. Over to 11 there for Sard, who takes the ball on the mark and then promptly takes his time getting up, wasting every precious second he can. Kick there, goes deep down towards the centre
that's a
mark there, and finds number 4 in Tarkson. He kicks out wide. This is the time that they're using up. 48 here, 43, sorry, in Collins. Finding support down there again for Riddle as they step around the mark. Probably play on now and kick to the top of the circle. Mark over the back. There's a chance for them to run onto it. If Wallan aren't careful, they'll sneak another one here. The 22-point deficit is looking dangerously close. A kick over the top there is creative, and now they'll come out of defence, but it's messy. Now finally they're running it to the far side now, finding bodies now. If Wallan wants to do something, they need to do it now, more so than ever as they run on. It's not clean. They back themselves over the top. Handballs away. They keep going now. Kicks out wide, looking for a player. They've found one there running through the middle. There's a chance there for Vianney, I think it is. He's left the ball behind. And that's gone. And this could be it. Now, pressure back on, coming in now. Grinley runs to it. He backs himself. He's surrounded. He looks for a supportive mark and finds it with number 3, Muldoon, who will line up for a shot. The deficit still 22 points, folks. This will take it back to 16.
But what a good run by Vianney. Regardless of the fact he lost it in the end, he went through like a bullet and set up a series of plays to get them into a scoring zone. So there we are. About, what is that? 30 metres from goal, I reckon, Mark, wouldn't you? About 30. And directly in front, it's kickable for a goal kicker. He kicked a few last week. So here we go, Muldoon. What's he done? That's a nice looking kick. No. It's not going to be a goal. Perry. It's not even going to be anything. Didn't make the distance. Well, it's gone to the deck. Threw it away. Left-handed hand pass. 43. Collins. Yes, Collins, I think his name is. He's got it away, and that's good running too. Gee, they're good when they get loose. And I like the way they go. That's 4 again. That's Tarkson. He's been an enormous influence in this quarter, Tarkson.
He's dominated his space. Done an excellent job for Riddle. They can't be any happier than they can be with how he's performed. There's a chance here now with time ticking here as the ball comes spinning back in on that back flank there for Riddle. Over the top there go players, tackles without the ball, and everyone giving that last little bit of effort to try and seal it. And at this point in time, the energy levels for Riddle are climbing and Wallan are starting to decline.
I've only seen one bird over the game today.
It's a no-fly zone.
Just flew away. No-fly zone, correct?
No-fly zone.
You knew that?
There's too many magpies and too many aeroplanes.
That's why Ansett went out of business, no-fly zone.
Yep.
And the ball's on the ground again, out in front. Scrimmage, wrestle, Chief Little Wolf, Dutchy Hefner, and other wrestlers that would be in their element here.
Reverse half Nelsons just for fun.
Half Nelson. He's got a statue in London, you know. There it goes, down to the ground. It's another scrimmage. It's getting dark now. Goodness, turn the lights on, would you? In the commentary box anyway. I can't see who I'm sitting next to. The ball's out of bounds again, right on the centre wing, I reckon, don't you?
Yep, 24-point lead as the score was corrected from the scoreboard there. Chances are now that the ball's getting wrapped up and contained there. We've lost about a minute to a minute and a half with ball ins and ball ups on that far side, all working in Riddle's favour.
Well, scrimmage after scrimmage, and Riddle will be quite happy with that. But they can occasionally break loose with great speed. They got some really good runners. The ball's out the back. We got possession, but couldn't get rid of it. Ball's gone to the ground. Another scrimmage, and the umpire comes in to take control.
Wallan need to either press up here or make space to open up the game so they can start to move it. These stoppages don't do them any favour on the scoreboard. They're 4 goals down. They need the next. Up it goes, tap. No one can hold that one. Out the back there, but every time someone grabs it, they are grabbed themselves, and the tackle brings it back down. And we're in ball up number, I'm not joking, folks, in the last 2 minutes, ball up number 7.
There's a lot of ball ups, and it's indicative of the way the game's being played now. They're just wrestling it out, really.
They are.
But can somebody break loose? Fiani tried to do that. That's Brock. Kicked it with his left foot around the half-back flank. Oh, that's a beautiful turn through the ball, but that doesn't matter. He tried hard to get rid of it. And ball back inboard, going towards the boundary line. Hand passed by the Bombers. Went to the deck again. Oh, that strong, rugged play. Muldoon went in with a savage attack. And it looks like it's going to be ball up number 8, man.
Yeah, number 9 there, Makatic came in like a freight train there. Yeah, he was.
That's a miscount by me.
That's right. Up it goes there. Ruckman, wind there too. Over the shoulder there from Wallan. Hits the ground, bounces, hits the behind post. So it'll be a ball in right on the point post part there for Wallan. They're in attack. There's a chance here if they can get a goal, turn the tables, get a bit of pressure. We live in perpetual hope here at OKRFM.
If they get a goal, that'll be 6 points.
Yes, over quick get out there by the ruckman. Couldn't control it. Riddle's got extra numbers. Second efforts there by number 5 there in Bonello, but he can't control it.
Cowanberg tried hard there, but couldn't quite get possession of the footy. Ball's out of bounds again. A boundary throw in that's in the back pocket, and a big punch down at the front by Marnie. Went to the deck. Oh, it's a struggle, is it? That's a hand pass that went left-handed backwards, and that's a kick over the shoulder. And is there a man in front? No, couldn't mark that one. Can Perry get into the game? No, he can't. Yes, he can. Kicked it with his left foot. Nowhere near a goal, no.
He's pressured him through. He's dropped the ball in front of the goal.
He's paid it.
He's paid it.
Oh, folks, let me tell you. The guy had the ball waiting to dispose of it, and the Wallan lad has come in from about 10 metres away and taken him to the deck 1 inch out of goal. That's Cowanberg, who'd done some good work just a minute or two before. And what a great goal. And that's a handy one for the Wallan Magpies.
So, wow, folks, that goes to show you never, ever stop playing just because you think the ball's running out of play. The opposition player for Riddle there was trying to make a run across the goal line.
He was taking his time, man.
Taking his time. He seemed to be on that slow train to China the way it was going. And then he got wrapped up by Cronenberg, who took him out, and he dropped the ball as he went over the goal line, giving him a shot directly in front. They know times of the importance. Cronenberg quickly took his goal, and they're back in the middle, David.
Courageous umpiring that to pay that free kick right 1 inch.
It was there, though. It was there.
And, yes, but they don't often pay them, do they? They like to take the easy way if they can. But that's courageous, and I commend him for it. So, ball back in the centre now. Another throw-up. Good ruck contest. The Wallan Magpies won that one, but it's gone to the ground. Pushed out. Can they get possession of the footy? Yes, it is. That's Fiani again. He's quick. He's kicked it with his left foot, but they don't want in particular. He's just kicked it. They're making up ground on him. Pushed him out. The Magpies are doing all right here, but can they get rid of the ball? No, they can't. That's holding the ball, perhaps. No, that was as good as the one in the goal square.
No prior opportunity to get rid of it, and ball up just inside the attacking 50.
I would have paid it.
Yeah, well, up it goes there now. The ruckman jump pushed off is the Wallan ruckman. That was Makatic or low down there. Quick kick out of defence, and it's a running down in towards the attacking space for Riddle if they're not careful here, Wallan. But great defensive handball, looking for a target, finding it, going long, looking for Grinlay. He's out the back. He can't hold it. The men who stand up, they'll win the ball. That is Grinlay in this case. He double backs on himself, and it gets kicked out.
Got him.
That's holding the ball down. The umpires let the ball go, and it's been wrapped up again. Be a ball up on the wing here.
I can't believe it. I reckon it was dead set holding the ball.
If you're short on iron, just swallow the umpire's whistle. It's a good source of it because that's what he's done. Tap back down from a ball up. Here's a chance of Wallan, but Boyle can't get it away. There's number 4 there. That's Tuxton, who's been playing a blinder. They'll go forward now with a chance. It goes into the middle of that centre circle, or that circle area 4, but it's Bonello who's chased down. He gets the ball away. Chance now for Wallan if they're quick enough. They kick short and sharp. They need to kick long and accurately. They get the ball down the wing.
Good running.
They're running now. They're looking for a target. They sell some candy. Keep it going. The momentum, though, 1 in 3 in favour of Riddle, but Gilchrist has it.
Crikey.
He centres the ball, kicks it to no one in particular. It goes out the back now, and now the players run onto it. Wallan to it first, but they can't hold their feet. And down go the Riddle players, and a chance now to centre it if he can get his foot to the ball there. He kicks it. The centering kick is poor. It's smothered. And now come the Riddle players in defence, and they run out towards the boundary line.
Is that out on the full?
And it's come off a player, and it'll be a throw in, David, on the far side.
That was tough, competitive football, and a credit to all the players involved in that little stanza. So ball out of bounds on the centre wing, perhaps. Put towards half forward. There's it high in the air. Rucks go for it. The punch down the front. Spinello got it and kicked it into the centre of the ground, holding the man, holding the ball, everything. But play on they go. Hand pass away. They've still got the footy. It's a nice kick. He's kicked it towards Grinley. Can he get to it? Oh, Nelly, my boy, but didn't quite mark it. And good defensive work. Pushed out the front. Couldn't pick it up. That's picked up, though. That's Lally, I think. And he's kicked it into the... Perry. Perry's got the footy, but he can't get rid of it. That's holding the ball.
And he's pinged for holding the ball directly in front. So now the defence for Riddle will move out of here.
1 on 3 there, by the way.
1 on 3 coming wide, finding 17 here in Croft, who will nest the ball, sit on it, and bake the time. He gets finally wide, down towards the wing. Attempt to mark there, can't be held, but infringement gives the ball here to Riddle. And turning around, that's number 11 there. That's Sard. He looks down the ground. He'll have to go to a contest. Play on quickly, says the umpire. Up go the big men. No, great mark there by Riddle. That's number 8 there. That's Alchemade. That's your man, David.
He is. He's a good player, isn't he?
But his kick's inaccurate.
The bodgy kick.
Finds number 36 in Baker, who goes to the centre of the ground, looking for the fast route through. Finds Bonello on his own there. He kicks wide. The fat side of the ground is opening and beckoning.
He put it out in front of him.
And that's Gilchrist. If he can get his hands on it quickly, he needs to hurry up, though.
No.
Finds Bonello, but it's across the ground. Looking down the ground for number 17 here. There's his brother, Bonello. Instead, an amazing mark lying on the ground by Riddle. And that's a quick one there. That's number 8. That's Alchemade again, David.
Yep.
He's gone backwards and across the face. It matters little. That's 17 in Croft. He's looking down the ground. And that is the fat lady.
That is game over. And at the end, the last quarter was pretty competitive. They both fought it out pretty well, did they not?
They did indeed. The deficit, though, folks, 14-7-91 for Riddle, 11-7-73 for Wallan. An 18.3 goal win. That's an unofficial score at this point in time, but confidence to say that Riddle are off to a grand final, David.
That's right. It's all over, but 3 scoring shots and 3 goals. That's the way it went. And what a good contest in the last quarter. I liked it. And the Spring Hill Jack, I thought, came good. He played grab him. As the game went on, he got better and better in the ruck, and I've never seen a bloke who can